From the Jeannie Hayes Virtual Studio, this is Marquette Now.
Welcome to Marquette Now. I'm Kate Highland.
And I'm Jackson Kowalski.
Big changes may be coming to the College of Education.
Acting Provost Kimo Ayun held a meeting with education, faculty, and staff, and the meeting left some stunned.
Reporter Natalie St. Ange joins us live from outside Schrader Complex with details. Natalie?
Kate and Jackson, the meeting was held here in Schrader Complex last Friday, where Acting Provost Kimo Ayun talked about the possibility of reducing the College of Education to a school within another college on Marquette's campus. The possibilities are moving to the College of Communication or to the College of Arts and Sciences. Ayun also disclosed at the meeting Friday that the College of Education is running on a $1 million deficit. The possibility of the change is not a total surprise, though. President Michael Lovell mentioned possible changes in the College of Education as part of Marquette's cost management plan and a letter outlining staff layoffs. But the faculty and staff members who attended Friday's meeting were surprised to find out that the college had such a deficit and are forming an internal committee to look further into that number. And this Friday, the students of the College of Education are hosting an open forum where all are welcome to talk about the future of the college. We'll be there and we'll have a story. Reporting outside Schrader Complex, I'm Natalie St. Ange, Marquette Wire News.
Maintenance workers who clean Marquette University have a new contract. The workers' union recently ratified a new contract for 120 maintenance workers. The contract guarantees wage increases, health care benefits, and holiday overtime pay. This union contract is going to be in effect for 3 years.
Marquette is considering further changes to the university's demonstration policy. The updates would be the third change to the protest policy. Right now, the policy only allows demonstrations without prior approval in the AMU and nearby green spaces. But updates could include expanded freedom to protest without prior approval. Members of Marquette's Academic Senate discussed the changes Monday.
The Marquette community is apparently a hotspot to look for pet sitters. Students, faculty, and staff received an email last week from someone allegedly looking for a pet sitter. The email was actually a scam. IT services removed all the emails shortly after being notified of the problem. In all, 42,000 emails were sent to campus inboxes. In order to avoid being victimized by email scams, IT services recommends to choose long, easy passwords rather than short, complicated ones.
The medical clinic is offering free flu shots throughout September and October. Shots are available for full-time undergraduate students. The next session will be Tuesday, September 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the second floor of the AMU. Since 2010, the flu has caused up to 79,000 deaths in the United States every year.
An alumni couple from Marquette is donating over $1 million. Bill and Nancy Stemper are creating an endowment for excellence in Catholic faith formation. The formation is designed to help expand the Catholic Jesuit faith development for Marquette students. Bill graduated in 1977, and Nancy got her master's in 1979. All 4 of their children went to Marquette. Bill and Nancy learned from their kids that students financially struggle to join retreats and services for their faith.
A Marquette counselor has been named one of the most powerful Latinos in Wisconsin. The online news outlet Madison 365 included Marla Delgado Guerrero on its list of Wisconsin's 34 most powerful Latinos. Delgado Guerrero works in the Counseling Center as a mental health counselor and diversity coordinator. She works within the Diversity Committee in the Division of Student Affairs. She also helped create the Undocumented Student Task Force and formed the Latinx Faculty and Staff Association. A multicultural fraternity and sorority are working to bring more cultural awareness to Marquette.
The 2 groups put on Fiesta de la Noche Saturday night. Margaret Cahill has the story.
Bright lights, festive music, and food that will beat any dining hall on campus. All can be found at Fiesta de la Noche, an event sponsored by the Sigma Lambda Beta International Fraternity and the Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority. This event sparked life into the green space between the AMU and Schrader Saturday night. But while the fun went on for hours, Sigma Lambda Gamma Social Chair Yasmin Haramil believes it has greater significance.
So because Marquette is a predominantly white campus, we kind of want to showcase a lot of the cultures that we have here, because a lot of the times it isn't. So Fiesta de Noche is just a little taste of just the multicultural events that we show. So celebrating Mexican, Colombian culture, things like that. We just want to bring awareness to the students here that we don't have a place on campus.
Albert Reyes, president of Sigma Lambda Beta fraternity, said this began 16 years ago as a cookout organized by his frat. But it soon became more, with Sigma Lambda Gamma sorority joining in the festivities to promote multiculturalism at Marquette.
So we just want to give everyone a taste of something they may not experience in their everyday lives.
For a night that brought more than just laughs, Fiesta de la Noche had something for everyone. For Marquette Wire News, I'm Margaret Cahill.
Milwaukee is introducing a new type of film festival that is the first of its kind in the U.S. This past weekend, Milwaukee's Oriental Theater hosted the Minority Health Film Festival. The films shown focused on mental and physical health, specifically in minority communities.
The Office of the Provost announced that it will be recruiting multiple faculty members to improve its race, ethnic, and indigenous studies program. Through this cluster hire, the university hopes to advance faculty diversity.
Members of the Marquette University Boonga Academy are holding clinics for upcoming auditions for their dance group. The groups hope to bring Punjabi culture to Marquette.
Vanessa Rivera has the story.
Marquette University Bhangra Academy enhances Marquette's diversity with their moves and style. The club is kicking off with clinics and auditions this week. They aim to bring Punjabi culture to Marquette. Senior Kirit Kaur believes strongly in the value of this group on our campus.
Looking around Marquette campus, there's not a lot of diversity that we thought we saw. So we definitely, and the diversity that we have are in kind of cliques, and so we wanted to create a more open area, an open platform where we could demonstrate our culture, and demonstrate our dance through Bhangra, and we wanted to create more awareness to the Indian culture, specifically Punjabi culture, through dance and various events as well.
Bhangra is introduced in different schools in the Midwest, but Marquette was missing out on it. The university got a taste of it at the end of last semester.
And we chose to do blue and gold because that is Marquette's colors, and we wanted to illustrate that through our dance as well.
Sophomore Ria Basine says even if you don't have this level of experience, or even if you aren't Punjabi, MUBA welcomes all students.
We want people who are not aware of it at all to just reach out to us and come and just enjoy it. They don't have to join the team if they don't want to. They don't have to audition if they don't want to. But we want them to be able to have that, that opportunity to actually have that experience. And we actually do want to host more clinics, even when we have a team.
For Marquette Wire News, I'm Vanessa Rivera.
Stay tuned to learn more about the Haggerty Museum's Surrealist Gala.
And as a special treat, we have another alumni spotlight from Marquette's very own Amelia Jones.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Marquette's Haggerty Museum of Art is bringing surrealism art to the community.
The Haggerty sponsored a surrealist ball called the Ungala last Saturday. Kendra Bell has the story.
When people think of Marquette's Haggerty Art Museum, they may not think of elaborate costumes, live music, and even a tarot reader. But on one September Saturday night at the We Energies Public Service Building, everything was different. Haggerty employee Seisei Akir said that people are drawn to the Haggerty for its surrealist art.
The Haggerty Museum is famous for the Dali painting that they have in their collection. People go there all the time just to see it, and even before working at the museum, I knew about Dali.
Attendee Lisa Walker-Rutnick said she feels the museum's surrealist ball, the Ungala, was an opportunity to support the museum in a creative way.
The people are fantastic. Everyone has a passion for the creative, but also, this is about giving. It's about, extending the museum's reach, and so it's just a lot of great topics of conversation and whatnot.
This one-of-a-kind event had a profound effect on attendees. Just ask Shireen Tamajewski.
But it's just wonderful to be able to be a part of something that has so much art and life and history.
For Marquette Wire News, I'm Kendra Bell.
The Marquette Police Department is giving free self-defense classes. The classes will provide strategies to escape dangerous situations. The next two classes will be on October 29th and November 5th. Classes are open to students, faculty, and staff.
A new safety app is coming to Marquette. The app WILDFIRE allows students to spread information about potential safety threats and other campus happenings. The app differs from MUPD safety alerts because students report what they've seen or heard.
A new women's leadership team is on campus this year. The Institute for Women's Leadership is directed by Andrea Schneider, a professor from Marquette's Law School. The team is here to help work with women leadership through research, programming, and collective engagement. A reception will be held on October 3rd to celebrate the launch of this institute.
President Michael Lovell is hosting lunches and breakfasts with students throughout the academic year. It's a chance for students to get to know him and share their experience at Marquette. You can sign up online and pick the dates you prefer. There will be sessions until April of next year. The new Miss Black USA is from Wisconsin, and she's on a mission to help black students. Tonight, we continue our new segment called Alumni Corner with a story from 2017 graduate Amelia Jones.
Newly crowned Miss Black USA, Takima Ballantyne, is continuing her mission to help black students in Wisconsin.
NBC 15's Amelia Jones caught up with Ballantyne and shares how her new crown and expectations are not weighing her down.
We're thinking about things that affect the whole economy.
Back to class.
And you have about 10 minutes to work on this.
For Takima Ballantyne. Or more recently, the new Miss Black USA.
Wait, but really? Takima Ballantyne from Wisconsin?
The thought racing through her mind when she won the pageant in August.
All the other girls that I was competing with just rushed me. We were all in a big huddle. They were hugging me, complimenting me, smiling, crying. It was awesome. That's when I really felt like I did it.
Winning the title that gives her a chance to chase her dreams and become a nurse practitioner.
The scholarship would cover my tuition for the year of my reigning. So for as long as I'm queen, up until August 9th, 2020, my education will be paid for.
This queen plans to do a lot more during her reign than just ace her tests.
I'd like to start a nonprofit organization for a girls group. I want to be able to relate to some girls on a deeper level, if at all possible.
And since you are queen now and you've been crowned, what has life been like?
It's been really busy, like interviews multiple times a week. I have lots of people calling me. People are recognizing me in public now.
Madison's Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway even recognized Takima for her accomplishments and proclaimed a day to honor her.
Bigger picture, it feels like a bigger job because now I can represent for more girls out here in Wisconsin and more girls in the country.
Showing girls they too can succeed in the classroom.
What factor of production does Noah have, for sure?
And rock a tiara.
That's my biggest responsibility, is to be true to myself, be respectful to others, and always be professional.
In Madison, Amelia Jones, NBC 15 News.
Folks, I know it's been a little bit warm around campus lately. I personally hope it cools down. Right now we're going to go to Kelly Arsenault, who joins us with the weather.
Thank you. So, today it is going to be, humidity is going to be 79% with precipitation 20% chance, and tonight, and winds from the south at 10 miles per hour. It's going to be a little bit chillier at 70 degrees. Overnight, we're going to drop a little bit, 63 degrees in Milwaukee, and it's going to stay around the same temperature throughout the state. Tomorrow's highs, we're looking to be a little bit warmer, 79 degrees in Milwaukee, while it's up to 81 in Madison, and again, overall a little bit warmer throughout the state. Tonight, it's going to be 63 degrees, 76% humidity, 20% chance of precipitation, so there could be some scattered thunderstorms in there with some light winds. And tomorrow, again, we're going to get a little bit warmer, 79 degrees, but some chances of thunderstorms throughout the day. Humidity will be at 68% and 20% chance of precipitation with some higher winds from the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And looking at the 5-day forecast, it's going to get pretty mild this weekend with some thunderstorms on Saturday and more precipitation going into Sunday. Monday's looking sunny and it should stay low 70s throughout early next week. And that's all I have for you.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey! There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Welcome back to Marquette Now. I'm Zoe Comerford with your Marquette Sports Update. Marquette Volleyball drops in this week's AVCA Coaches Poll to number 8 after not 1, not 2, but 3 consecutive 5-set matches. The Golden Eagles beat University of Central Florida, a team receiving votes, Friday night 3-2. Senior Allie Barber was on fire and had a season-high 27 kills, and senior setter Lauren Speckman dished out 41 assists and a career-high 19 digs. After clinching the first 2 sets against the University of Illinois Saturday, Marquette dropped the next 3 for a 2-3 loss to the Fighting Illini. Junior libero Martha Konavada finished with 24 digs and 6 assists. For the 4th time this season, the Golden Eagles went to a 5th set, beating Illinois State University 3-2 Sunday afternoon. Barber had a match-high 25 kills, and senior Gwen Jones finished with 8 kills and 4 blocks. Speckman contributed 30 assists and 17 digs. While Konavadov ended as MVP of the tournament, Barber and Wirch were named to the all-tournament team. The Golden Eagles are now 7-2 on the season and host the Hyatt Regency Marquette Invitational this weekend at the Owl. Friday night, the team takes on Green Bay, and Saturday is a doubleheader with St. Louis University at 10 a.m. and our first MUTV broadcast of the year at 7 p.m. against the University of Northern Iowa. Meanwhile, both soccer teams are coming off losses against crosstown rival UW-Milwaukee. Sunday, the women's team lost in the 104th minute to the Panthers, and last night, the men's team had a similar result, losing 2-1 at Engelman Stadium. Jack Phillips recaps the last night's game.
4 years and counting. Marquette men's soccer continues its efforts to end its drought against a familiar opponent. Actually, make that 5 years.
Sure, I mean, it's exciting to come play our crosstown rivals. They always give us a good match. There's been some tough games between the two of them since I've been here, so I mean, it's a tough game no matter what, but I think unfortunately they got the better of us today, but we just have to focus on the next game. They're all going to be super important from here on out.
Both the Golden Eagles and UWM Panthers meet once again for the annual Milwaukee Cup. And despite a solid goal in the 25th minute from Cone, Milwaukee's relentless energy rallies the squad past Marquette for the third year in a row.
Once we adjusted to the field and we adjusted to the quickness, I thought we in the first half we did a really nice job. We changed some things. Second half they changed and they allowed us to have the ball in the backfield and then pressed high and we unraveled a little bit.
2014 sure seems like a long time for the Golden Eagles since their last victory against the Panthers. But with Creighton entering the Valley Friday evening, the Big East schedule is rapidly approaching, as well as a new #1 priority for Marquette.
Obviously, this is tough. Last year was a similar situation where we lost a few out-of-conference games, so we know we have to step up big time in the Big East this year and really finish high up if we want to have a chance to go far in the postseason and stuff. So I think that's important to bounce back, and we have to have a short memory, but definitely take some takeaways from this game and learn.
Reporting from Engelman Stadium, Jack Phillips, Marquette Wire Sports.
The men's team falls to 2-2 and begins conference play Friday at 7:35 p.m. against Creighton at Valley Fields. Meanwhile, the women's team drops to 2-5 on the season and faces Northern Illinois University Friday at 5 p.m. That's all I have for sports. Don't go anywhere because Matt Martinez will be right back with Down to the Wire.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Good evening and welcome to Down to the Wire. I'm Matt Martinez here with Alexa Gerardo. Alexa, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So Alexa, you wrote a story this week about the university's policies about protests on campus. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about where the university's policy states that law enforcement can be called upon to suspend protests.
So although the university's demonstration policy is currently being revised, the two current policies state that any protest deemed disruptive can possibly have law enforcement involved.
And how has MUPD responded to this?
So Assistant Chief Jeff Kranz of MUPD was telling me that there are periodic religious organizations that come in and protest, and they often draw counter protests, and so MUPD just gets involved by trying to mediate and avoid further conflict.
Sure. And has MUPD received any kind of specialized training as far as what they're supposed to do when they're, coming to stop protests and stuff like that?
So MUPD is currently doing a lot of new training for crowd safety situations, a lot of which involves being able to read a crowd and being able to see if they have a potential for violence, and then trying to get in front of that. And yeah.
Sure. And what other enforcement mechanics are named in the policy that might not have to do with law enforcement?
So there's two vague terms used in the policy, one of which is Dean of Students and the other is Designee. And so either of those figures can stop a demonstration occurring on campus that goes against the policy.
And at this point, do we have any idea what who those two terms may be kind of referring to as far as people on the university staff?
Not really. It's really open to interpretation right now.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And what has the university's community's response been to this thus far?
So talking to a lot of faculty over the past few weeks, they don't see a need for a policy regarding demonstrations, especially when it focuses so much on safety rhetoric, because there are other policies and just general criminal laws in place to stop things like blocking entrances, property damage, and things like that.
Sure. And why is this story so important to the Marquette community?
I think everyone who comes to work here, comes to learn here, who lives on campus, wants to keep it a safe environment. But I think we also want to make sure that demonstrating is a possibility on campus as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's kind of been the timeline for bringing in MUPD and MPD in terms of, getting them on board with the policies?
So in 2015, MUPD and MPD kind of worked together, and so they have a mutual aid agreement, and so now, although MPD, Jeff Kranz said that they weren't necessarily consulted in the demonstration policy, but because of that mutual aid agreement, they can come to MUPD's assistance if needed in the event of a demonstration.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Alexa. That's all the time we have. Back to Kate and Jackson in the studio.
That's all we have for you tonight. I'm Kate Highland.
And I'm Jackson Kowalski. Good night, Marquette.